Hello.
Hi.
How are you doing today?
I'm alright, ready to get out of here.
I'm sure. Well, my name's Brooke. I'm with Clinical Nutrition Services here. Can I get your name and date of birth, please?
Yes, my name is Michelle, and my date of birth is June 25th, 1990.
Okay. And your last name?
Jiang.
Okay. Thank you. And I just wanted to come by and kind of just discuss, why you're here, how you're feeling, and, your diet right now. Do you have a few minutes so I can discuss that with you?
Yeah, I have some time.
Okay. Well, you know why you're here?
Kind of.
Kind of? Okay. Have you ever been hospitalized for hyperglycemia before in the past?
No, this is the first time.
Okay. Well, that's good. Have you ever been educated on following a diabetic diet in the past?
I mean, I've heard people suggest it to me, but I just don't know what it is though.
Okay, so you've never seen a dietitian or a doctor's never counseled you on carbohydrates and how they affect your diet and your blood sugars?
Not really.
Okay, and do you follow up with any type of outpatient doctor?
Nope.
Okay. All right, well, just in general, I just wanted to educate you on how to better control your diabetes through your diet, because of the fact that you did come in with hyperglycemia. Your blood sugars were about 550, which are very elevated. Normal is below 130. So you can tell that that's a little bit more elevated than we'd like.
Okay.
And we just say this because of the fact that your diet and your medications can really help with your control of these types of things and prevent future problems from happening in regards to complications with uncontrolled diabetes.
Well, what does my diet have to do with anything? I'm already taking my medicine.
Well, that's good that you're taking your medicine. Your diet does have something to do with it. It helps your medications work better.
Okay.
So it's basically, it just aids and helps better control your blood sugars when you follow a carb-controlled diet. And so basically what I want to talk to you about is what is a carb-controlled diet. A carb-controlled diet is monitoring your carb intake within each of your meals. So do you regularly eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner?
Yes, I eat every meal. I'm always hungry.
Well, that's good. So I see that you're also in college right now.
Yeah, this is my first year.
Okay. So do you ever eat for like convenience sake, say fast food or anything like that?
Normally I do, just because it's faster and easier rushing between classes and stuff. And so there's a dining hall right downstairs for me, and everywhere I turn there's a restaurant or something that I can just grab before class, between class or something.
Okay. Well, in regards to just quick things that you can do, say, to help, monitor your carb intake is knowing what a carbohydrate is. So do you know what a carbohydrate is?
Bread?
That's good, yes, that is a carbohydrate, but that also comes from other sources such as like fruit and fruit juices, obviously sweets. Do you have a big sweet tooth at all?
Yes, I always end my dinner with a big dessert.
Okay. Well, that's something that maybe you can monitor a little bit and perhaps adjust to make sure that you're not getting too many carbohydrates at that time, because refined sugars and things like that, like sweetened desserts, elevate your blood sugars a lot more because it goes straight to the blood. That and sweetened beverages like, say, Coke. Do you like Coke?
Soda?
Soda? Well, you can still have soda. Do you drink regular Coke right now?
Yeah, I just drink regular Coke.
Okay. So have you ever tried like Coke Zero or Diet Coke?
No, it never appealed to me, so I didn't see the point.
Okay, well, in regards to helping control your diabetes, an easy way to do that is cutting back on sweetened beverages, because of the fact that those types of things can be easily monitored or adjusted. So maybe one thing you can do once you get discharged is maybe trying a Coke Zero or a Diet Coke to see if you like the taste okay, and maybe switching that in your diet.
I guess that wouldn't hurt to try.
And if you don't like the taste of it, there's tons of other drinks out there that might be more appealing to you as well. But you do want to make sure that the sugar level in that drink that you do consume is, there is not any.
All right, we'll see.
Okay, well, that's just trying it is the first step, so that's good. Can you tell me a little bit about how you start your day off? Do you check your blood sugars? Do you just go and eat breakfast right away?
Usually when I'm getting ready for class, I'll just eat breakfast and then head out the door. I don't even remember to check my blood sugar most of the time anyway, so I just figured if I forget again, I'm going to check it later.
Okay. And do you check it later sometimes, or do you always check it later when you don't check it in the morning?
When I remember, usually like once or twice a day.
Okay. So it would be beneficial for you to check your blood sugars regularly, especially because of the fact that you do have uncontrolled diabetes right now. It will be more in your control if you know what your blood sugars are. When you take your medications, when you eat, and just seeing the foods that might raise your blood sugars a little bit more than others. And you can just become more knowledgeable about it, and then therefore you'll be in better control of monitoring and controlling your diabetes.
Okay, I can try to do that.
Okay, well that's, so what would you typically have for breakfast?
For breakfast, I like to have Frosted Flakes. That's my favorite cereal. But if I'm out, I'll just get something else.
Okay. So if you only have cereal, that's good because you're probably not going over your carb limit. Based on your height and weight, I would say that you would need about 3 to 4 servings of carbohydrates in each of your meals. And then if you snack, I would say limit it to like 1 to 2 servings for carbohydrates. And a carb serving is basically, if you start reading the back of the food labels, you can get a better understanding of it. But each serving size of a carbohydrate is 15 grams. So for you, you want to keep it to about 45 to 60 grams per meal, and then 15 to 30 per snack.
Okay.
And like I said, this will, well, I didn't say this, but you will be in better control of your diabetes if you start reading the back of food labels. But it will take practice and commitment from you. So as long as you keep up with it, in the end it will be more of a habit for you, and you won't need to do it anymore. So it will just become second nature, which is some people's hardest thing to do, is becoming in that habit of doing those types of things. But once they do, I've had clients and patients who have done this, and it does take a few months to get used to, but it is very beneficial for them, and their blood sugars have come back a lot more controlled when they have implemented reading the back of food labels and monitoring their carb intake in each of their meals.
Well, how do you read a food label?
Well, first you just get the food item, and then you turn it to the back, and you look at the carbohydrates. Okay. And it will say how much carbohydrates are in each serving of that type of food. And all you have to do is basically remember that 15 grams is in a serving. So if it says 45 grams, that's 3 servings.
That's a lot of math. But
it is, but I do have some handouts which actually tells you exactly how many carbs are in food sources that you would probably regularly consume, especially because you're a college student. I did gear it towards more foods like, healthy and unhealthy, because we know that we don't always eat healthy when we're in college.
Okay.
And in regards to any exercise, do you exercise at all? Do you do any sports?
Exercise? Does walking to class count as exercise?
Yeah, that counts.
I guess I exercise then.
Well, that's good, because regularly, making sure that you incorporate physical activity does help regulate your blood sugars as well. So having a healthy lifestyle with both your diet and exercise is going to be beneficial for you in the long run with controlling your diabetes as well.
But you're not telling me to run a mile every day, right?
No, I'm just saying, just doing some physical activity, which can be walking, it can be gardening, it can be riding a bike, it can be running, but any type of physical activity is better than none. So just making sure that you, regularly work out 3 to 4 times a week, or walking to class counts, so that works.
Okay.
Okay, and I did print you off some handouts in regards to your diabetes and more in depth about carb portions and carb counting and things like that. So it does have my name and contact information on the top, so if you have any questions once you're discharged, you can call the number up there. We have an outpatient clinic, so we can set you up as an outpatient. You can bring friends or family as support, or if they want to actually learn more as well about it, they can come in and listen to the counseling session as well.
Okay.
And so if you have any questions while you're here after reading through it, just have your nurse page nutrition, and I'll come back up and answer any questions that you have for us.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay?
Thank you.
All right. You have a good day.